What's going on, everybody? This is ODC, that's me, and I'm back with another action figure review. This is my review of the Toy Biz Legendary Heroes Judge Dredd figure. This was a line of independent action figure superheroes that we probably never thought we would get made. He was a part of the Pitt wave. A little bit more of an expensive wave. I've realized, excuse me, as I can't talk today, that the Monkey Man wave has actually gone down in price. There's a couple sellers selling the entire wave for around $150, or I've seen one go for $130. But the wave keeps going down in price. I've noticed. I don't understand why, but I picked this guy up loose for around $20. It was a lot with him and Iron Patriot, and I picked up both of them. Iron Patriot from the movie version of Iron Patriot from Iron Man 3. And this figure is really, really nice. I'm so glad I only got him for $20. He goes around usually around the $30 range. The only catch is that he only comes with his lawgiver, one of the lawgivers. The smaller one he did not come with, and nor did he come with his dagger. Maybe I might pick one up mint on card later down the line. I do like the Judge Dredd character. If you have not checked out Dredd, you should probably really see that movie. It's probably my favorite one, or at least it's in my top 3 of favorite comic book live action movies of all time, to be honest with you. I love that movie so much, and hopefully, please, maybe we can all pray to the gods that we get a second, maybe just a sequel to Dredd with Carl Urban. My God, I can't talk right now. Carl Urban. But this is a really nice figure. He does come with his one lawgiver. I really like this line just because it's a line of characters that you think that you would never get, and we actually got some of them. There were some from Cyberforce, and I actually picked up a couple from the Monkey Man wave, but we'll get to that a little bit later as my phone is ringing off the hook. But this Dredd character, really nice in figure form. I think he's pretty accurate to the comic book version of himself. Just get his lawgiver out of here. And he has got some nice paint shading going throughout all of his green portions. The gold is pretty much just a plain gold. Kind of got a little bit of a metallic flake to it. I can notice that a little bit on the shoulder pads and elbow pads here. But the green is a base, like a darker green with a nice wash over it, going throughout his knee pads, shin guards here, on his boots, and on his feet. Even on the bottoms of his feet, he's got some nice black paint shading, and on his gloves and belt as well. He actually has some paint shading going throughout his eagle symbol here, but the rest of the gold pretty much is just a plain base gold with a little bit of metallic pearlescent flake to it. But actually underneath his visor here, you can see his eyes a little bit. It's nice that they did that touch. They didn't have to do that, but they did. The helmet is not removable. Unfortunately, you don't really need to remove the helmet on Judge Dredd because he never really takes it off, ever. So there you go. But this is his larger lawgiver, and it kind of just fits right into his back. He does have a peg hole in his back if you want to toss him on a flight stand, but it just fits onto his back right there. A little bit large, but I mean, what are you supposed to do? Just fit there. As far as his articulation goes, he's got a pretty decent range of motion. If you're used to the old school Toy Biz Marvel Legends, then you'll know what you're getting with this guy. He basically has a swivel in the head. He doesn't have a peg. I think he's just got a ball peg here, but he can do a full 360 rotation here, and that's about it. That's all about you're getting. His arms go up about that far, and they go down. Now you got a lot of hinderment or hindering going on here in the arm. He can only go about that far. About one, maybe 2 clicks. That's about it. So that's about it. A bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, which actually is a little bit hindered by the elbow pad, or actually by the glove, excuse me. He's got a glove swivel, a wrist hinge here. He does not have finger articulation like most Toy Biz action figures, but he does have a waist swivel, and he does have an ab crunch, which works nicely. And the sculpting is continued underneath the paint is continued underneath the ab crunch, which is nice. And the belt actually swivels with the hip. He's got T-jointed hips, which go forward, and they do go back, and they do go out, so he does nice splits like so. And he's got an upper thigh swivel, a double jointed knee. He's got a boot swivel, an ankle pivot, which goes nicely side to side. And he does have an ankle hinge, which goes forward nicely and back. And finally, toe articulation, which they probably could have left that out, to be honest with you. Don't really need toe articulation with this figure, but it is there nonetheless. And he does hold his lawgiver in this one hand very nicely. And doesn't really wobble out too much at all, actually. And he's got a gripping hand that's non-articulated on this side to hold his knife, I believe, in this nice little sheath. But overall, I really like this figure. I'm glad I could finally get a hold of him for a decent price. Even though he doesn't come with the rest of his accessories, maybe down the line I'll pick up one mint on card that has all of his accessories for a decent price. But I'm just not willing to pay $40 or $50 for a mint on card Judge Dredd figure at this time. So with that being said, like I said, I would definitely recommend this figure. And if you're in the market for Judge Dredd, like I said, you really should join the Marvel Legends community if you haven't on Facebook. And there's always people, I mean, if you're looking for a certain figure, you can post, hey, I'm looking for this figure. Anybody trying to trade or sell or anything like that. But be careful with trades. You know, you want to get somebody that has traded before or has a reputation before you just trade with anybody. But for the most part, do your homework, do your research, and how much to spend on this guy. He's actually dropped in price. I've noticed that, loose at least, not mint on card. But like I said, guys, do your homework. If you got any questions about any figures, anything I can help you with, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll be happy to answer them for you. If anybody's got any questions about collecting or anything like that. So usually pretty good about getting back to people, but definitely a really great figure here. The helmet is nicely sculpted, everything nicely sculpted. His shoulder pads nicely sculpted. Everything just really pops on this guy. And yeah, so there you go. That's pretty much it for Judge Dredd here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for watching as always, and I will see you guys on the flip side.